brought up in terms of utility for the T side, and a pretty classic strategy. A little bit more presence over towards A than we normally see.
Yeah, a single flashbang being bought on the entire server. That's Dead Fox with the PSK as well. So a lot of armor being invested into.
It's interesting the fact that they have gone for a map which is so heavy on rotations and all about team play and basically gambling on site. So a lot of pressure is going to be on Angel here if he can pull this one off. And Woxic, well, he's got the pressure initially, and already it's not going to be the best start. It's going to be Angel able to get one, but it's just the trades back again. Maniac starting off very strong in this pistol. Zero looking for a little bit more, but can't find anything as of yet. And Alex takes him down, leaving it just onto Issa, the new boy on the block. He's got 3 players to find. Probably needs some sort of miracle if he's going to be able to do this one. Existence is going to go peeking. They're trying to just pincer him back in. His position is known. Shouldn't be possible.
Yeah, I don't agree with LDLC's decision to try to peek him and push in just to see where he is. They know whereabouts he is. Play defensive. 1v3s has been won before. It's down to 1v2 right now. It's going to be hard for him, obviously, but the point still stands. But good opening round from LDLC. Just dropping that one man early on and pretty much just stomping all over A.
Again, a good start from Maniac. He has been doing work in this pistol. Will go down to the bomb in the end, and Issa's just going to be able to save his Kevlar, which can be a nice little addition if he wants to get a UMP or something like that. Maybe an MP9? Can we see the change? Or a lot of people have started buying the MP7 just for that additional range. Right, he has the opportunity, has the chance, and just going to go with the 5.7. And, oh, a load of nades. Okay, that's interesting.
That is interesting. That means we're going to see some sort of play coming out from them. He's over towards the B-bomb site with all the nades.
T-side going to be taking a bit of control towards middle. We do have Angel, who has changed his name for today. Keeps the little 1 at the end, of course, just so he doesn't lose his full personality. Going to spray away, does quite a bit of damage. 2 players low, in fact, and now Woxic going to go for the more ballsy plays. Dev Fox trying to do what he can with the USP, of course. He's saving money to try and get that off. Instead, absolute destruction. Issa, once again, is going to be the last man left alive. Spots out Alex, but doesn't manage to hit the shots. He'll get a triple. 5 kills for him already at the start of this game. And he's off to a much better start, which we know a lot, even just UK players in general. I don't want to put him under that bracket. I feel like that's a little bit harsh. I'm not going to do that as such, but they may be even more momentum-based than any other sort of player on the planet.
Yeah, probably. Well, it's bread and butter right now for LDLC. Clean-cut round from them. We got a little bit of a stack. Well, actually a full stack for HellRaisers over towards the B-bomb site. It's going to be Devil who checks it out. I don't know if he saw that many players. I don't think he did. And the proning just continues here for LDLC. They obviously want to gain some sort of information.
It's important that they do as well. Like, Devil's already spotted 1 man. He doesn't know there's another 4 just waiting on that site. It's a complete stack from HellRaisers. I'm always a fan of stacks. I think in these sort of rounds, why not? Go for a bit more of a gamble. They will be able to take down 1. Issa gets a kill. And a Mac 10. Now, it may not seem too crucial, but if you can get a kill, that's an extra $600, maybe a kit that they bring in, or an incendiary, the perfect price. I like this from Alex, though. He's already made a load of money the last few rounds. Boost comes in. Existence trying to hold on to this AK, and actually he goes down. DevFox makes the extra cash. He's the AWPer for the team, so that's massive. That might be the difference between him getting Kevlar or even a kit or some nades. However, not going to hold on to the AK, and that swish from Alex, just sliding around almost like a surfer sort of dude.
Yeah, sexy UK surfer.
I think that's the whitest thing I've ever said.
Yeah.
Surfer dude. Yeah, man.
Yeah, he Existence picking up 2 frags, but in the end, giving away that last frag, it's not good. As you were saying, that's going to be in the AWP here now. No, in fact, they haven't bought the AWP. I thought for sure they would go for an AWP here.
Yeah, it should have had enough. Maybe it's down to the strategy. Got some extra utility instead. Existence does not care. Pushing straight out, but he will lose that early battle. Looking at Devil to try and trade, but he can't find anything as of yet, and the double flashbang will make sure he's unable to take any control over towards that monster spot. Now this is perfect for HellRaisers. They've got that man advantage. This is interesting, because you normally see, if you have somebody over towards this long spot, you have an AWPer backing them up. Instead, they've got a player further into the corner, so Angel is almost just like, I'm going to try and be bait.
Angel doesn't know how close he is. He will now, though. That's
simple stuff.
Simple stuff indeed. Having 2 players over towards long ended up being a little bit of an overkill situation for HellRaisers, but they ended up going 5 versus 3, so they should have this round locked up. The bomb is dropped back in T-spawn, so LDLC won't be fast in making the push. We've got a player picking it up, but this is a tall order even for LDLC.
Don't have a lot of time to do it either. It's very quick rotations, but they are now dedicated over towards this B site, and there's 3 players ready and waiting. The second the Molotov goes in, the rest of them will just come rotating. Maniac is going to find one though. Opening kill from him once again. Issa trades back, but it's still only down to a 3 versus 2. It's possible, but DevFox is looking to get as close as he can. Maniac needs this kill, otherwise it will just be the spray through the smoke. Somehow Tuanu survives a little bit longer, but Angel will be there to finish him off, and an AWP will be found. Now, what do you think of this team? Because I got to speak to CEO of HellRaisers. Obviously, got my contacts.
Yeah, you're deeply connected, I know.
Yeah. And you're not supposed to tell people that. It
Okay,
sounds dodgy.
Yeah,
but I've found that Woxic is going to be the primary AWPer for this team. But how deadly do you think this double AWP setup can be? Because DevFox is pretty good.
Yeah, I don't know much about Woxic, to be honest. It'll be interesting to see, but double AWP setup is something at least I like quite a lot. I think
on overpass?
Maybe not on overpass. And they haven't gone for the double AWP on overpass either, so that makes sense.
Early days.
We'll see Woxic versus Tuanu. Who's got the better AWP instinct? We'll see.
I would bet, if I had to bet my money, I'd bet on Woxic.
Yeah. From what I saw last game from Tuanu, I'm not really that impressed. He showed tendencies, but that's pretty much it.
We had a moment or two where it was like, okay, like you missed the easy shot, then you hit the difficult one.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of players who are like that, just those close range shots with the AWP, but they do need him in this sort of situation. And well, as I said, Woxic, ex-Dark Passage player, been in a mixed team at least for a little while with Issa, of course, so they at least have a little bit of extra chemistry. But he's been destined for bigger things. I think a lot of people expected him to end up in Space Soldiers. It hasn't quite happened yet. There we go, starting things off. Aggressive peek, spots Tuanu as well. If he goes back into the angle, Woxic is going to be prepared, but Angel, in fact, is the one to take the extra peek. Working as a team to already shut down the early aggression. Angel looking for more. Still trying to take the peek and gets it as well. He's doing magic at the moment. One of the fragging in-game leaders that we have in the scene at the moment. Devil in existence, looking to try and turn things around. Devil spraying all he can, but it's another for Angel. 3 for him. Woxic and him do the whole job without any help at all. And that'll be 3-2, and the money ruined for LDLC.
I'm gonna be honest. If I'm on LDLC right now, I'm starting to worry, because HellRaiser's defense so far has been, well, it's been awesome, Tom. And considering LDLC can't afford to lose this game, dropping rounds this early, I'm not sure if they're feeling great. We'll have to see. They're obviously on an eco right now, so expected to lose this one, but they need to start clawing their way back into this game ASAP. Xixen's the only man with a weapon here for LDLC. Picks up Angel, which is a good opening. He's been playing really well. Woxic, nails him with the double scope. Had some top-notch reactions coming out from him. New player.
Still 1 rifle left for this team to play with. Or 2, in fact. Devil's managed to get one. Doesn't have any armor behind it. Molotov going to go down. Devil, if he can get through this smoke. Oh, Woxic. Oh, he's actually going to go down. Nice peek from Devil. This opens things up a little bit now for the team. DevFox already on site. Has some support as well. No AWP shot this time, and they line up for 0. Spraying wildly. Again, it's a duo holding down the A site. 2 different players altogether. But again, nice stuff from HellRaisers. However, They lost 2 players, and it was only pistols in that sort of situation. So not the end of the world for LDLC. Now they'll get the buyback up. Doesn't look like they're going to have an AWP, and in fact, Existence is only going to have a pistol.
Yeah, he's not been playing that well, so it makes sense that he's the guy with a pistol. We'll have to see. They've been struggling with when they're fully bought up against HellRaiser's defense, so this time around they're actually going to do something quite a little bit faster. Nice entry kill from Devil onto Isa, and that's going to open up the B-bomb side for them. It's all down to Zero to do something here for HellRaisers. He gets one, or he nearly gets burnt alive.
Full side control now for the T side. They'll be able to get that bomb down. Zero taking a lot of damage from Flames this round. He's, again, toasty toes jumping for Angel. Actually manages to take down Twanu, leaving it down to a 3v3. Existence still doesn't have himself a gun, so he's only going to be useful in close range. And they're going to be trying to clear out anybody who has managed to get up close. Nice shot from Maniac again, popping heads. Mainly that's where Scream's skill have gone. They've gone into the hands of this man as he continues to shut down this round. Leaves it all onto Angel. He's been great so far. Can he do it again? No, he can't. The man from Switzerland cleans things up. LDLC are back on the board. And now it has to be another buy coming in from HellRaisers. Wow,
Maniac just stepping up for his team. We saw it in the previous game as well. Even though they lost, he's been putting up the numbers, and he's #1 right now with Alex, which is good for you, obviously. And no AWP for LDLC.
Yeah, oh, look at this from Angel. He's got support, watching that nobody can come in from behind. This is a smart little setup. A lot of times you see players push into that position and they have nothing to hold them off, and then you've got DevFox covering Woxic. It's a nice little trio that's gone aggressive over towards 8, but there's a couple of players coming, and one of them is Maniac. He's going to walk into the angle and wins the duel again. DevFox should have taken that kill. Now he leaves his teammates in peril as Angel's caught out from behind, and the setup falls apart within seconds. Leaves it onto Woxic now, very aggressive as well. Manages to finish off one, looks for a second but misses the shot. Dancing Twanu hits the no-scope, leaves it onto Existence to finish him off. The bomb currently dropped. How is Woxic still alive at the moment? Just trying to retreat, and eventually the IGL from LDLC will finish him off. But Woxic's given his team a chance.
Absolutely. Maniac down to 14 HP as well. This should be more than doable for HellRaisers. They've got good positions. Zero is a little bit offensive. I quite like that. Yeah, he's in a good position to rotate down to B and maybe pick up a backstab or two, but the bomb is dropped over towards middle and A. Oh, unfortunate there for Zero. And Issa's task just got a lot more difficult.
Not a lot of time left, but it's going to be plenty for them to get onto the site unless Issa can somehow be very sneaky and catch the bomb from behind. It is actually the last man. If they plant open here, this could get very interesting. I think they've already taken control of Bank, so no reason to go for the open plant towards Banana. It doesn't really make any sense whatsoever. Issa picks up the AWP, and that's just going to be a save for the team. I'm interested to see how much money HellRaisers actually have in this situation, because I don't think it's a huge amount at all. No, Zero, the only person with any bank left, so it does look like either Issa's going to become an AWPer for a round, or more realistically, he's going to drop it over to Woxic or DeadFox. Probably Woxic, just from what we've seen so far.
Yeah, for sure. He's been playing really well. He doesn't have that many frags, but then again, we're only in round number 8. I'm impressed by this guy's reactions. He looks to be a good player here for HellRaisers, no doubt.
Issa not really shown too much as of yet, though.
No.
It's Woxic who's been doing well with the AWP, and Issa just very quiet. He is a man who can take over the server at times, and in his old team of Chosen 5, he was the star by absolute miles. But that's always the thing when you have a player that sort of comes out of nowhere. They normally have to show themselves in a smaller team, and then later on you sort of see, okay, now can they do it in the big leagues? And this is the big leagues for him at least.
And to be fair for Issa, like, he's ended up in these 1 versus 5 situations every single round, so it's going to be hard to show off and get frags. Oh, quick push from LDLC.
It's going to be Issa with a little bit of armor. Woxic brought up behind that AWP. Zero waiting up close. Is he going to be able to catch anyone? No, he's not. And there's no other support over to this side of the map whatsoever. Angel coming in with a flank, nothing to lose. Issa, however, actually has a decent amount of utility, a kit and Kevlar, and Woxic has the AWP, so not really worth going for anything here. Angel almost takes one down. Devil left on just 9 HP, so still a chance for some exits. Issa just stood behind the door thinking, you what? How am I taking damage here? And well, as you can see, Woxic is out of there. Long gone, waiting in the toilets, hoping that nobody will find him.
And I think Issa should be safe as well. Well, saying that, Dead Fox just pushes out. I'm not sure if he was trying to buy his teammates some time, but don't know if I agree with that. Right, so this is not bad for HellRaisers. They brought every single piece of equipment they wanted to bring into the next round. But LDLC, as I was saying, they needed to start going their way back into it, and they have found some chinks in HellRaiser's armor. And I kind of feel like B has been weak for HellRaisers. Their A setup has been pretty on spot. I like their setup up here in middle earlier. If one man dies, it's gonna fall apart.
Yeah, the idea was definitely there, but it severely relied on DevFox holding the flank, otherwise they're absolutely screwed. This time, they've gone back to what they were doing previously, where, okay, we've got the AWP set up a little bit further back. Angel's going to be taking the fights aggressively, which he's been doing very well at so far, and then we leave the remaining players on a sort of fast rotation from the B side, but already smoke's going to be thrown in. They have control of connector. This could just be an elaborate ruse, as they're yet to actually push in, and you can see just waiting will be Angel. Woxic has rotated down to heaven, so it's only going to be one man on the site, and Angel's now been spotted. They know exactly where he is. He's got to try and slow down this push instead. He's ruined by Alex leaving, well, no one on the site. They've got nothing. They're gone. HellRaisers not going to be raising anything in this round, as they don't, well, they barely do a point of damage. 11 lost from Twanu, and I wouldn't be surprised if we see LDLC go on a bit of a hunt here, and already Twanu is waiting.
In a good position. He's at least going to get a lot of valuable information as to where they are. He picks up one. Will he get more? No, but the rest of his teammates now know where the remainder of HellRaisers are hidden. And as you were saying, they're sending men out to hunt. And I totally agree with that. They've started building up quite the bank, LDLC. So throwing away a little bit of guns with the high potential of taking away stuff from HellRaisers absolutely makes sense. But nice crossfire, and Zero and Dead Fox lives to see another day.
Yeah, and this is, well, I was about to say this is the difference between a buy and not buying, but actually Angel had a little bit of extra cash, so he's already bought down. That suggests that they are going to go for this. No AWP, which in terms of the early round situations has actually been one of the better ploys for HellRaisers to make. Instead, it's going to be in the hands of Twanu, and they're going to go back to a little bit more aggressive. Angel always seems to be the one taking these fights. He's gone into connector. He has support from Woxic as well, just watching to see if anybody's going to be able to flank. A little bit of an elevated angle, drops down, still gets one, but Devil is comfortably able to trade, and that gives that advantage over towards the T side, if anything.
Absolutely. Well, he did take down Maniac. He's been playing well. Okay, Woxic can handle the automatic rifle as well, so that's good to see.
Dynamic. Not just an AWP, but he can get a kill with a rifle.
Such an amazing player, isn't he?
Could be the next big thing.
Yeah, heard it here first from Tom.
Oh, okay, I've just been thrown straight under the bus. I see how it is. Aggression from Existence, though, opens up B, as we've said previously. It has been the weaker side of the two. Zero is going to be able to hold down the fort, at least for now. Gives them that man advantage back, trying desperately to survive, but he will not. And it is going to come down to Woxic and Dead Fox. The potential double AWP setup of the future, not something we've seen so far in this game, and they don't have a kit. They've got a decent amount of utility, though. This is where Woxic really needs to be using everything he has. Has an incendiary as well that could be used over towards short, just to force players back in this situation, and looking like they may just start getting themselves towards that bomb. Of course, they don't have a kit, so really they need to get the kills. Holding onto it here just won't be enough. They'll have to bait out so much time, and now they have to go for it, but Dev Fox hits the headshot anyway. That will be the round just about going in the favor of HellRaisers, and they've managed to juggle over some weapons as well. DevFox is going to pick up that AWP. Woxic is not going to pick up the AK.
Okay.
Miscommunication, not the best start. It's not the end of the world, it's the difference between an AK and an M4, but at the same time...
I'd expect him to pick up the AK.
If someone brings you a rifle and then you walk away, that maybe hasn't been told, but at the same time it makes a noise.
And DeadFox going for the FAMAS, even though I think he could afford the M4. Okay.
Yeah, someone... Oh no, they've switched it over, so Angel now has it.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
A little bit of extra utility on DevFox. But once again, just speeding things up straight into the action. Existence will get the early trade. And again, that's an advantage for LDLC. They can now gather up and look for more. Angel goes aggressive, but Tuanu is able to counter. He's looking a little bit better on this map as well. And already 7 rounds. Can they do much more? Yes, they can. Tuanu with 1. It will be a quick trade coming out from Woxic, who's looking for more with that AWP. Issa finally wakes up. Not a name I've had to say too much other than when he's trying to clutch 1v5. Still on the site. Actually hit by the flashbang, and that gives away his position. Luck is not with the man from Jordan. The man with Jordan. It used to be Peter Andre. Either way. Woxic. 1 versus 2. Smart stuff from LDLC. They're going to be able to reposition over towards the A site. They've got the much faster rotation because Woxic can't really risk going back up those stairs. And they can plant very open wherever they want. However, they actually expected Woxic to follow. That was his opportunity. That was his opening into the round to get that 1 frag. Instead, they now know where he is, and he only knows where one of the 2 players are. Alex not going to be peeking in this situation because the crossfire is there. Devil just going to be waiting patiently, but he gives away his spot as well. This gives a chance, but he does eventually trade. 8-4, not working out so far for HellRaisers. And, well, the money, once again, is going to be stuffed.
What I really dislike about HellRaiser's play is that early on, they had a solid defense on A. But for some reason, they've changed it over to playing offensively towards middle, and that hasn't worked 1 round, I think.
No.
They've been taken down at every chance. Yeah, that's a good Molotov. But yeah, I'd like to see HellRaisers try to fall back, play a little bit more defensive. Woxic trying to get some information. It does, at the cost of 47 HP. And not much in it here, obviously, for HellRaisers. No utility.
Yeah, I think the last time they actually played that sort of setup, they got baited out by the nades thrown in to the B side.
Yeah.
So it was more just a smart play from LDLC that threw them off rather than anything else. Nice shot from Angel, though. The 1D coming in. Can he get anything more? Doesn't look like it. And in the meantime, Alex just sprays down 2. Looking for his 3rd. The eco-frag king of Alex as he looks to pad his HLTV stats. And he's doing just that. 4 kills from already. Can he finish things off with the ace? No, he can't. Issa ruins it. No ace for you. Devil will be there to trade things out in the end, but this is convincing. 9-4 at the moment. And the money's still not particularly good. You have to look over on that CT side. I'm pretty sure one of the players went into this round with 3,400. So yeah, it's going to be a FAMAS in play once again for DevFox. Woxic at least has the AWP, but it's still not ideal.
Yeah, and once again, they're going for that offensive A-hold with 3 players. And this time around, they're favoring going downstairs. Not feeling it. I'm not feeling it, Tom.
Yeah, so far, none of this has worked. It is Woxic with the AWP, so really all he needs to do is get 1 and run away. That's it. Just take the man advantage, and he should do that, but he misses the shot, and it's crucial. Actually going to go back for a repeat. Risky, but they don't expect it. It doesn't matter because he only hits 1 through the wall, and again, they've lost the initial man and the second as well. That's the 2nd time DevFox has been caught out at the top of the stairs. It's not like that sort of classic Star Wars scene where it's like, I have the high ground, it's, I have the low ground, you've got no head.
Yeah, and once again, every single member over towards the A-bomb side just gets taken down. I mean, at what stage do HellRaisers just sit back here and think, okay, like they did that amazing play that forces us to play differently, but when we changed up, we haven't won a single round. Should they not change again? Obviously, they don't have a deep pool of strategies and setups, considering they've only practiced for like a week or something. But still, I feel like they should be trying to adjusting to LDLC's play. well, it's not so much LDLC's play either when they push middle.
Just taking connector.
It's just lack of, they're not winning the duels, HellRaisers.
Woxic needing to connect the shot, and then, yeah, as I said, DevFox has not looked good in this situation. That is one of the worries I've had with this team, is that DevFox has always looked his best when he's had an AWP in his hand. Especially on maps where you look at something like Cash, which of course is very viable to have a double AWP, but he's so aggressive on that map that you remove that, and you sort of think, well, what's DevFox now going to be doing? The same thing with a rifle? That's not really viable. And at the moment, it seems like he's almost taking a more supportive role, where he's taking hits, like he's having a FAMAS in a lot of the rounds, and you just think, I don't know if that dynamic's going to work, because he was the star of the show, the man leading the pack. Instead, they're now trying to, well, almost do, I suppose, a devil, where they've just gone, you're now support. And it's like, what? But a minute ago, you were, like, giving me the guns.
Yeah. I was the king. Why have you dethroned me?
It's obviously a dynamic that they are going to have to work on, and it's not something that can be done overnight. Like, they're bringing in two new players, language barriers, of course, players that have never necessarily been in a decent level team. It's definitely going to take some work. I don't expect to see anything from them in the next month or so.
No, and
but that's fair.
It's fair. You try out different stuff. People change roles inside the team. It makes sense, but still, DevFox should be the one getting the guns. I mean, Woxic has been showing some sort of form, but he's a tad bit too offensive and taking too many risks for my taste.
It's flashy.
It's flashy.
Flashy youngster.
Flashy when it works, dumb when it doesn't.
Yeah. The Stewie 2K business model. Either way, man advantage for them this time. Woxic has started off with that UMP. The aggression this time has paid off. They've still got a much weaker buy than their opponents. And Devil, his entries on this site alongside Existence have been impressive so far. Can he do it once again? This time he's actually just waiting. Passive stuff, not going to get hit by the smoke, and now he can just wait. Issa goes around the corner, but still doesn't expect him. And Devil, smart enough to just run back through the smoke. However, on the other side of the map, Angel, he's going back to this sort of same play, just going aggressive, but instead, he's taken down. It leaves it into a 2 versus 2. HP does sit with the CT side for now, and so does the bomb.
Nice final round of the half, so there's no way LDLC goes for the save in this position. They need to work together and try to get the bomb, and they kind of need to do it fast. 25 seconds remaining. Oh, Alex.
No. Devil will rectify the situation though, but it's 0 to finish things off, and it could have been very different. 10-5, still an exceedingly good half on the T side from LDLC.
Yeah, absolutely. And now HellRaisers go over to the T side, which should be harder when you're in a new team. I mean, there's more rotating, more faking, more strats going on. So it'll be interesting to see. Obviously, we do not know HellRaiser's best map out of the probable 4 they've selected. There's a high chance Overpass should be one of them.
Yeah, this is where all the pressure, it goes off every other player and goes straight onto Angel. Yeah. This is where maybe not so much the beginning of the round calls, it's going to be those mid-round calls. He basically is going to have to lead the pack. He's got a very young squad as well, where you sort of look at them, it's like Woxic and Zero both 18 years of age. I think DevFox is a little bit older, but then you've got Issa as well, only 20 years of age, so he has to lead them. Yeah. He's the old dog within the team. He is right up the top of the board at the moment, but that's not really anything to be too impressed by when they've just lost the CT side so heavily. But just like we were saying about MV, I do feel like Overpass is one of those maps where you can go back to some basic strats, like this sort of aggressive B pushes. You don't have to do anything too complicated. You can, but you don't have to. And if he's effective on the mid-round calls, he definitely has the individual talent with all of these players. Issa, nowhere near showing his full potential as of yet. This is still a step up for him within this team. And I think the first match he's actually played with them, so I'm gonna cut them some slack.
Of course. Let's see what kind of play comes out from HellRaisers. Is lurking about, trying to find a frag.
Nice, lovely. Bait and switch. Already 3 players down. This is not the start they were hoping for. Alex looking to try and get himself another. Devfox has been spotted. He has the bomb, so if he is dropped, it could all be over already, but he will at least take down one. Neither of the remaining players have armor either, which is not massive in the pistol round, but there's still aim punch potential. And look at Alex, he's repositioned completely. He could throw this away, but instead he wins the duel. Bomb dropped, and it's all on to Zero. And his name may suggest how much hope he has. That's a lovely shot, though. Nothing Alex can do about that, and it actually gives him a chance to retrieve the bomb. The rest of the teammates didn't actually go and try and challenge that position.
I find that a little bit weird. LDLC know where the bomb is. They know that it's only one player remaining. Should probably start grouping up towards that bomb. But now they're down to 3 players, and they need to cover 2 bomb sites. Zero. Obviously, he thinks that there's more players surrounding that bomb, so he's wasting a ton of time here just trying to check every single angle. Little does he know, there's not a single player close by.
If anything, this is like the ultimate mind game.
Yeah.
Because, as you said, like, you would expect them to be sitting on the bomb. So they're not sitting on the bomb. And now, you haven't had to fight anybody as of yet, but you have 10 seconds to get to a site. And this is not one of those situations where you want to be staying alive. You want to either die or get the bomb down. And yeah, needs to die. There we go. Okay, so at least he gets like the loss bonus. It could have been worse, but from that perspective, I actually quite like what LDLC did.
Yeah, absolutely. If it was intended, it was a smart
if it
move.
was intended.
I don't think it was intended. And what I don't like at the end there, HellRaiser Zero only had like 4 seconds to try to plant the bomb. He wouldn't have been able to plant it. Why don't sacrifice one of your players, LDLC, and try to get the kill after the time runs out? Just those small things that may matter.
You don't even need the kill, because there's nothing for him to pick up anyway.
Exactly.
So it just means that he wouldn't be able to get anything. Although he hasn't really got anything anyway. He's just gone for a Tech 9. So I don't know what's happened there. Spray down from existence. Only going to be able to get one for now. Does have a rifle as well. He's playing a very aggressive position considering. Has support from his teammates. Alex now going to go aggressive, and Woxic wins the duel with the Deagle. And actually does a lot of damage as well onto Existence, who, as said, is the man with the rifle. Although every man now has a rifle over on that CT side. Woxic rounds the corner, spamming away. And that will be a gun into his hands. However, his teammates have all dropped around him into a 1 versus 3. But there's a couple of low players here. It's still possible. Nobody on the bomb. Could be throwing in an nade, hoping to try and find something.
He's got a lot of time to play with. But he's given away his position. And that forces a rotation from CT. Kwanu on his way down to the B-bomb side.
It won't matter in the end. Existence gets tagged very low, but he does keep himself alive. And yeah, I don't. So Zero just pretty much saved in that round because he's got 3,900 now. That is a bit peculiar, unless he's gonna like buy an AWP for his teammate, I guess.
Yeah, that's got to be the call. That's got to be the call for them.
I don't know why. I get maybe they just think, okay, Woxic's better with the Deeg, we'll give him a go. And to be fair, he does get a couple of kills, so yeah, understandable. It does mean that Zero's not going to reinvest anything, and neither will the rest of his team. Straight Glocks. Now, what do you do in this situation?
Glock train. Only thing to do. And try to push somewhere where you can force the close quarter combat. But Devil, he's out hunting, and he's gained a lot of information. And
we'll just look at the A side right now.
Yeah.
3 players, long range positions, waiting all the way back. Nade, not going to connect. Just going to try and swarm onto Existence, but there's so many players here, all hungry for frags, and 1 HP for Existence. Very close to going down, but he will survive. 13-5. This is pretty much where the turnaround has to begin for HellRaisers. If they lose this one, they're going to be eco in the next unless they get a bomb plant, and then it's map point.
I'm interested to see what they're going to pull out of the strat book. Doesn't look to be anything too fast. Just as of yet, we've got 1 player heading over towards the B-bomb site, while the rest heads over to mid. So a little bit of a standard setup initially from HellRaisers. Woxic, without a doubt, wants to get that advantage early, try to pick off offensive LDLC players, but he's yet to find anyone. Kwanu
just going to be waiting. Looks looks like they are going to be attempting to challenge for long. Flashbang leaves him blind, and they will take that portion of the map away. Not going to be gallivanting to try and finish off Twanu, but gives them a little bit more positioning to play with, and, well, Toilets and Banana are pretty much all under their control if they so desire them. It's a very passive hold coming in from the CT side, all the way back towards the sites, in fact.
Yeah, this is a perfect place to start thinking about a push. Oh, that is too close for comfort. Barely misses it.
Yeah, Twanu actually missing a couple of shots now. Of course, executes is not where HellRaisers are really going to be in their strong suit. In fact, Angel going to be going down. The rest of the team are now just sat there. They don't seem to have any clue about what to do at the moment. 25 seconds up and coming on the clock. They're just going to rotate back towards the B site. Yeah. And it is pretty much looking like LDLC went, okay, we know you don't have any executes. Let's just sit on the sites and wait for you to come to us instead. They've held onto their nades. Nice spray down coming out from Devil. He has support from Maniac as well. And LDLC make it look easy.
And I feel like that round just shows you exactly what happens when you're a brand new team. Like mid-round,
come get us, come get us.
Yeah.
We'll just sit here and wait. You know all those smoke setups oh no, you haven't had time.
They've got Long, they've got Banana, they've got Toilets, but they're just sitting around. They're a little bit hesitant, and then they start dropping like flies, and then you just see the instant call like, okay, let's just hit B, and it's kind of a panic call, isn't it?
Not decent performance from them whatsoever. It's looking like an absolute stomp at the moment, something that John Joe Shelby knows all about.
Wow, fun is so bad. I really wanted to give you the red card.
Well, if HellRaisers don't step up soon, they're going to be sent off home. Okay, that's enough. Nice pick starting things off. Of course, it's only pistols in this round for HellRaisers. Don't have much to play with, pretty much just saving to get themselves a buy into the next round, and then they'll have to string 10 rounds in a row just to get to overtime.
Yeah.
Issa will be able to get one Molotov onto the site, and it won't matter because Alex is going to clean things up. The Eco-Frag King coming back to his throne, 15-5. And well, I questioned LDLC taking this over fast, so I thought, okay, they should be going Cobble. They looked strong on that map, but they have just outclassed HellRaisers. And some of it comes down to, okay, well, HellRaisers being a new team. Some of it comes down to LDLC actually did just look very good. Their entry frags over towards the B side have been impressive. Their rotations, the fakes they've thrown in as well. And on the CT side, well, haven't even really been challenged as of yet. They've just played passive and waited for the Ts to fail.
Yeah, and LDLC has a good track record, decent track record on the overpass, so I think they're happy playing something else after getting that loss on Cobblestone. Okay, make or break for HellRaisers.
Well, it's broken at the moment. Again, it's going to be the in-game leader going down first, which means he can give more of an overview of the team, but at the same time, last time that happened, the call he made was push B. So I'm not feeling too confident in this at the moment. They are just going back to B as well. They have a player waiting in the form of DevFox, just holding for any rotations, but they need somebody to find a pick. Issa doesn't look like he's playing his normal game at the moment. He's normally very aggressive, a king of clutches, someone who can really open up rounds. Woxic as well, someone who normally finding picks. Flashbang actually does work out in the favor. This is all just a fake though, as the push is going to come into B. And in the meantime, there's still players waiting. Devil, it's going to be close. Actually gets caught out from Issa. That's an entry at least, but there's still Maniac here. Picks off one. He's been solid so far. Takes down Issa as well, looking for the third to finish the matchup. And Maniac, again, with a stellar performance, closes down.